There's a cairn. Ooh, trail. Oh, that's not a good sign. Yeah, okay. Ah, I am too late. That's super nice though. I'm just thinking about the Mission Creek days. They were really fun and a little challenging, but we were all really happy to get to clean, good, easy trail again. Also, it's really cold this morning. I almost am having a hard time moving my mouth normally because it's so cold and numb. At this angle, I can't fill it up all the way. That's okay. I'm doing 2.2 miles at a time again today, but I'm pushing it a little bit because I really want sun for my break. I'm so cold and it's so close. But then if I keep going, I go downhill. I found my sun. Break number 1. I still have goosebumps from the cold, but they're starting to warm up. I always do my electrolytes throughout the day. These ones are really annoying. It's supposed to be a powder, but somehow it like crystallized. Maybe some water got in there. And so I have to kind of break them up and put them in like that. Okay, well, I gave solar panels a try. I was excited for it to work in the desert, but this panel has only worked 3 out of 21 times, I think. And when it did work, it was great, but the last time it worked was in Paradise Valley, and so I am getting rid of it. But this is how I used to have it. This is how I had it attached. I had a bungee onto the carabiner that has my inReach, so that I wouldn't lose it. I had little clips in case I ever wanted to hang it off my pack and charge at the same time, but usually I just put it, this is hard with one hand, usually I would just put it here, and then my pad goes on top, and then one-handed is, here we go, and then I would just clip that to the top. Today is town day. I'm coming into Big Bear Lake, and today is Sunday. I have a place to stay Monday and Tuesday night because my hiker friends invited me. My hiker friends invited me to stay at an Airbnb Monday, Tuesday, but I don't know what I'm doing tonight. It's Memorial Day weekend, and so I think everything is going to be super expensive. So I might just go into town, charge my devices, eat food, and then come back out on the PCT for tonight. Just like find a little spot and then go back in tomorrow. The trail follows this Arastre stream, so I just keep crossing it maybe 4 or 5 times already. And this one's like twice the size of that last one. PCT is following the road for a little bit. Crossing this creek for the last time. I just had break number 2 right there. It's fuzzy, and then over here is one that's open. I checked my app. It's the flannel bush. A lot of the vegetation in this area has such fun names. There's flannel bush, cheese bush, rubber rabbit bush, I think, and my favorite one, paper bag bush. It's an itty bitty baby pine tree. Break number 3. I'm doing more like 2.5 miles at a time because it's town day and breaks really can't withstand the strong call of town food. I think this is another old tent site, just 2.5 miles outside of Big Bear, right on this road. So the last time that I hiked the PCT, I did it Sobo, southbound. So by the time I got to this section, the desert, I was so strong. I was just striding through the landscape, just feeling totally anchored to this place. And now, as I'm tracing back my steps, I'm passing these visions of myself every single day. And that past self has felt very vivid and more corporeal than my own self. And it had just such a strong hold on the world compared to the present self, which has felt more shadowy and kind of mirage-like a weaker hold on the earth. And I don't mean that in a deprecating way, because I'm very proud of all of the work that I did and the care that I took to be able to start this hike. But it's been really cool to see that over this past almost month, as my body has been getting stronger, I have also been feeling much more strongly anchored and attached in this world, and my present self is starting to feel way more real than my past self. I'm still constantly passing those visions as I walk forward, and those past versions of me go this way, but they're more ghost-like now, like in a cheerful, ghosty way. There's this little side trail that's marked Eye of God on my app and says nothing else. I'm gonna go check it out. Why not? Not sure if this is the right way. Oh, I think it's in there somewhere. Well, it is a big white rock, and that's not as interesting as fruits and vegetables and hot food cooked on a griddle for me right now. Or chipmunk, not sure if you can see him. You gotta go left or right, bud. If you go straight up the trail, I'm gonna keep coming after you. There we go. A fancy place. We just hit mile 266 and looks like we're 10% done with the whole trail. This spot is 0.4 miles away from the road, so I might come back here and camp if I can't find anywhere to stay. The trail register, you can see where all of, oh, here we go. Yeah, here's everyone. All right, let's see if I can find a hitch. Ben & Jerry's is so nice. They give PCT hikers a free extra scoop. All right, that was really hectic. I went into Big Bear. I'll talk about it later. But now I'm back on trail. Back at this trail magic. Oh, it had Sprites in it earlier, and now it's beer. am not drinking at the moment. Beer and processed foods and caffeine are inflammatory foods, which are not as great for the nerves. So I'm trying to be nice to my sciatic nerve and consume less of that. Beer is easy because I rarely drink it anyways. Also, Big Bear Lake was so overstimulating. There was so many people there for Memorial Day at all the restaurants and the bars and everything. The streets are so crowded, but people are really nice and it was really easy to get a hitch. It only took me like 2 legs to get back here. And I didn't really do anything in town except eat food and get ice cream. I forgot to fill up my water bottle, so my hitch stopped at the gas station so I could grab that. My shoes aren't tied. I don't have my hip belt on. Just kind of slowly making my way this 0.4 miles back south to a tent site.